Community Chronicles Radio, brought to you weekly by the Corey Higher Education Council, promoting lifelong learning to empower individuals, produce a competitive workforce, and enhance the community's quality of life. Through this mission, which serves as our constant reminder, the Corey Higher Education Council wants to highlight the Erie area's entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurial ecosystem drivers. Welcome to Community Chronicles Radio. If you'd like, you can give us a call. If you have a question for either Steph or I, or the guests that are with us today, the number is 814-679-1080. I am Dr. Matthew Plotz, and with me today, as always, is our prodigious co-host, Steph Scroose. How are you today, Steph?
Good. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing all right. So, like we do every week, I'm up here in Erie. It's a little cold and looking like rain. How are things in Corey?
Well, it's about the same. A little cloudy, overcast, a little cooler than usual, but at least it's May, and we're getting there. We're getting toward brighter days.
So
it's on and off.
What fun things have happened at the High Ed this week? Anything exciting? Anything good that we've been working on?
Oh yeah, we have exceeded our registrations. We have got. Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah. That was the big story this week. I was kind of just prodding to see where you wanted to take it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more registrations. What is it? Almost 100, and I forget. I don't have the number in front of me. What was it? Over 100 more registrations than we had last year at this time. So we're doing really awesome. And we've got Rural Entrepreneur Week coming up, and my birthday next week. I don't know.
Oh, that's exciting. That's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. No, yeah. I didn't even get that.
We'll have lunch and everything at the High Ed for your birthday. So
May's a good month.
Yeah. So I think a lot of that was Dr. Hurd from Ed.
Oh yes, definitely.
115 registrations for that, so that was exciting.
Definitely.
So you mentioned Entrepreneur Week. Why don't you tell us about that? Our guests here may be interested in some of the things we have going on. So talk a little bit about Entrepreneur Week and what we have going on.
Well, absolutely. That's coming up real quick here, starting May 20th. And this will be a series of lunch and learns, except for the first Monday. That will be starting at 4:30. Monday we'll be having a networking kickoff that will be featuring your daily serving and Before the Barrel Distillery. 4:30 to 6:30, where you'll get to hear from Bernie Bloor and Betsy Grinder. And participation that day will get you 2 drink tickets, 21 and over, and a cash bar and catering by your daily serving. And on Tuesday, it's a motivational way to start your own business, and that will be featuring Greg Rushin, and that will be catered by Twisted Sisters that day. That'll be 12 to 1 at the High Ed. Then Wednesday, we have Making Mistakes and Learning from Them. That will be 12 to 1 also at the Corey High Ed. You can come lunch and learn and meet RJ Messenger. He's a local Erie entrepreneur who has relentlessly pursued success through difficult times. He'll tell about his story. And you'll get to enjoy lunch that day by Plaza's Lunchbox right at the Corey High Ed. Then heading on to Thursday, the 23rd, it'll be Food for Thought. That'll be 12 to 1. And this day will be featuring Betsy Grinder, founder of Your Daily Serving. And she will be talking about her story and also be serving the lunch that day at the High Ed. And then to wrap it all up on Friday, May 24th, it will be the Road to Startup Success. And this one will be a little bit longer that day. It'll be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this will be held at the Relevant Church. And lunch that day will be provided by Sanders. And once again, all these events are free. Make sure you get registered. You can register for one or all 5. Just make sure you get that. Get your registration in. You can do that by logging into www.coreyhighed.org, or you can give us a call, 814-664-9405, or you can just stop in and we can get you registered right there at the High Ed during normal business hours.
So that Friday, there's a lot of good opportunity for entrepreneurs that they can learn from, startups, or any way that you're in your business and the step that you're on. We have ways to maximize and advertise, and the folks that are there can help with all of that. So it is a good thing for anybody starting a business or owning a business now. So we look forward to folks showing up for that. On that note, We have a couple of guests here today in the first half hour of the show. They are the folks behind the new venture, Graham E's Kitchen. If you haven't seen this yet on Facebook or the socials, I'm glad that we get a chance to introduce you to some of the things that these two have been working on. It's when I asked them to come on, I went back through everything, and it was educational and entertaining, and it looks like they have something really going on. It's happened in a very short amount of time. Quite a few followers. So welcome to the show, Bob and Lauren.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome, Bob and Lauren. Could you tell us about Grammy's Kitchen?
Yeah, would you like to start, Lauren?
Well, I guess it goes back to, as a kid growing up, one of my favorite memories with my mother was that my mom was Grammy, sorry. We'd come in after playing outside, me and my 4 siblings, and we'd come into the smell of homemade Chex Mix. The salty, sweet, and the buttery smell mixed together, and it was just a really strong memory of good, positive vibes with my siblings and with my mom, and then we'd just talk about the things we did that day, and just really a great bonding experience. And then this past fall, I made some Chex Mix for Bob, my fiance, and
Talk about that. So that's where I come into the picture. So just to touch on Lauren's story, her mom did pass away in 2017 for breast cancer. So part of the reason we started the business was we wanted to start to give back to certain causes. So that was a big influence in it. But leading to hunting season, she made some Chex Mix. I was like, what the heck is this? So I ate it. I enjoyed it. Started taking it. We're both teachers at the Charter School of Excellence. We started taking it into our students. They started getting creative, making us make different flavors. That led into some fundraising opportunities at our school. So we kind of spread our wings into the Charter School of Excellence. We actually just helped contribute to help pay for our senior trip. So
that's great.
That was our first give back. So yeah, we're super excited. We were talking on the way here. We're super nervous to be on the radio because we just started. We just started on February 8th, which was a big goal for us. We wanted to start by Valentine's Day with the intent of kind of getting our feet wet, or feet on the ground, heading into summer because we have a lot of events and a lot of things coming up. So.
Truth be told, I get nervous every show too. So
You're doing great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I see your Facebook page has almost 5,000 followers now. How did you accomplish this social media following in such a small amount of time?
So there's a few people we want to thank for that. One, my daughter set up our social media. She's actually a social media influencer at this point. She's just a young lady, 21, but she travels all over the East Coast right now, and she does some things with social media that I didn't know was possible, so she kind of helped us link into that. A couple of our mentors, Mike Bennett, I've known him for a long time. He owns Bennett Properties, but he's kind of, for the last 6 or 7 years, we both coached together, and I've watched his business grow over the years, and I've learned things from him, and he's one of our mentors. And then Outlaw Mike from Outlaw Barbecue Revolution has some really awesome ideas on how to market yourself and market your business, and he has taken us out of our comfort zone because as I said, we're nervous doing radio, and he's really influenced us to go live quite often. And for those of you that don't know Lauren, she is highly introverted, so for her to get on camera has been a big step for her and a big step for her business. And we just try to get out in front of people as much as we can, try to get to many events. Anybody who wants to do fundraising or raise money, we want to be in contact with them, and we want to make an impact. So we felt like we made an impact in our careers as teachers, and we still do, but we want to maximize that and see where this goes in order to make the biggest impact we can throughout our lifetime in our community.
I love that. That's great. You're motivated for the right reasons, and it's starting to happen because of that. That'll come.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's hard. I consider myself kind of introverted too, and I just remember some people telling me sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone. I'm like, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone.
You're our marketing coordinator, Steph.
I know, I know. No, I know. Well, I used to be in radio way back when, so I remember, gosh, I used to get so nervous before going on air. But, it's those little things. You just do it step by step, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. And, sometimes it still feels awkward and weird, but, yeah, you definitely have to get out there and get the word out and, be visible. And this definitely, helps you become more visible. And, yeah, definitely. But, yeah, going on to our next question, I guess, what are some of your favorite flavors you've been working on?
Well, my favorite flavor is the garlic ranch. It's kind of that savory flavor.
I like all of them. I'm going to promote all of them, but I like white cheddar. It's also one of our savory ones. And then we just came out with a chocolate and vanilla twist, which if you smell it, it smells like an ice cream cone, chocolate and vanilla. So we crumble it up, put it in ice cream. So
Sounds good.
we can combine that with different food groups, all the bad food groups together. That's even better. So
Was there one I saw like maple bacon? Is that?
yeah? So
That's
maple
right up
and
my
maple
alley.
bacon we make with local sugar and
Wow.
local syrup.
That's
we got
awesome.
that from Harry Hill this year, so it's a limited time item. But yeah, that's been a local favorite.
Awesome. I saw on Facebook that you're looking to help organizations through the sale of your product. Can you talk a little bit about why you decided to help others?
I think in general, it's human nature. You should want to help your community and help the people around you if you're able to. So this is our vehicle to help people. And I think if Lauren wants to touch on how her mother viewed giving back, that'll help.
So for anyone who knew my mom, Florence Arlene Elliott, she was very friendly, very kind. Everyone knew her as a gentle spirit. And one of her big things was to always give, even if you didn't feel you had more to give. That there was always a way to find a way to help someone. And she would give clothing, it would be food, or just an ear to listen when somebody needed it.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you're deciding, to carry on what she would be looking down and being happy at seeing, what you guys are doing to help others and continue that. So that's really awesome. What events do you have coming up where people can find you?
Well, this weekend we decided to take it easy. We only scheduled 3 events on the same day. So who would have thought that on February 8th? This weekend we're going to be at Goodell Gardens out in Edinburgh. So we're based out of Edinburgh, and donating back. We're going to give $1 per bag sold there back to the gardens to help with the upkeep. So kind of give back to our local community out there in Edinburgh. We're also doing the wine walk up in Finley Lake. And second Saturday harvest out in Meadville. So we're covering the entire county basically in one day, which will be fun. Some events we got coming up outside of that. We're doing Rib Fest downtown here, and we have a special sandwich coming up for that. I'm not going to give too many more details. I don't want to give it away. Just come up and find that. But we found a cool way to use our mix at Rib Fest. So we're also, I'd like to mention, I know you guys have had them on as guest with Jonah coming home from Jonah's Journey. We're going to be doing some things with them. I've talked to Grandpa, and he's relayed with Mom that we're going to be doing a Jonah's flavor, so a Jonah's mix coming up in the future. So whatever his preference is what we're going to be producing, and we're going to do some events and some fundraising through that. We're also at Duran Down Home Days coming up June 1st, June 2nd. We're one of the sponsors for the Erie Express. We're going to be doing their concessions. Mercier's prep football concessions coming up. By the way, we got a tournament July 12th. If you like golf, we're going to be out of Culbertson. A little promo. I'm also a coach at Mercier's prep. I coach football down there. So, and then we continue our fundraiser for CSE. So we have a lot of events coming up. There's not many weekends we aren't booked, but like I said, we're not afraid to do more than one event at a time. We got people employed to help us. So
That was my question. Are you going event to event, or are you? Do you have people helping you along the
Yeah,
way?
we do have people helping, but we're going to try to make every event so where we want to be there to help out. So
Right.
That's great.
You're going to be busy.
yep.
For those who are maybe having an event, can they have you as a vendor if you have time? That is.
Absolutely, we will make time.
Okay. If someone wanted to order now, how can they get a hold of you?
So on our Facebook, we have a website, so they can go via the website. We're on Etsy now. Our phone number's there. You can call or text our phone line. Email, however you, anything listed on our Facebook or Instagram, you can contact us. We have a pretty good return rate. We offer pickup and delivery, and we'll ship.
Wow.
So we offer
So do you have? Oh, sorry. Do you have like orders then on Etsy? Like you can go on Etsy and actually order your product right off there.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow,
awesome.
That's great. That's great.
We have our own shopping site through Square that works as well, and we're working on trying to get onto a few other sites.
Good. So, as we sit here and we're talking to you, what kind of stands out to me is that we talked about how you were going viral and how this happened in such a short amount of time. I at times believe that things like that are not accidental, and anybody can put together a product or a widget and say, okay, I'm going to sell this, and I think it's a great idea. Sometimes people are confronted with major challenges in getting bigger and doing good things. I think what you do and how you do it, and you're caring for other people is a big part of why this happened so quickly for you. And I say that all the time to people that I talk with, that doing the right thing, doing things for other people, it has a natural return on that investment in time. And it's amazing to see and how great this is, how quickly this all came together for you. How do you feel about it? Are you kind of amazed, 5,000 followers?
Yeah, we're thankful for it, and we're blessed for it. We pray all the time for our business to be productive and be a vehicle to give back. We're just thankful every day. So not many people know Lauren herself is a stroke survivor. She had a stroke in 2018. So for her to be sitting here is one miracle in its own. And then for us to come together, we met each other, and it's not easy when you're just starting a relationship, a few months in, to be like, hey, let's get married. That sounds like a good idea. Which, by the way, we're getting married June 22nd. So, and then, hey, let's start a business and see how that goes.
Let's find new and creative ways to argue.
So, the joke is, if we do have a slight argument, because we don't argue very often, I'll go live and make a new flavor we haven't created. So, then it's her job to help get that ready. All right, get it online.
So we have a couple of intersections of those concerns, talking about different flavors and things you have going on, and fiancés and getting married this year. My fiancé asked on Facebook, do you have dill pickle flavor? Is that one that's in that
has
thought
been
about?
A very, very popular suggestion. So I'm not going to give it away, but it might be around the corner sometime soon.
Very
So,
soon.
Yes, there's a lot of people like their pickles.
We
So.
scoop. We got the scoop for the
we like
the new
dill
flavor.
pickle too. So
Yeah, that's
it
good.
could be coming.
I know that my daughter especially likes the dill pickle flavors of everything,
Mm-hmm.
and that's her big thing. Speaking of that, have you ever? We saw it just recently, and my ex-wife brought it up, and I think my daughter's going. They have like this pickle thing down in Pittsburgh. Have you ever seen that? It's like a whole big pickle festival. It really blows up. It's I had no idea until she
I did
brought
see
it
they
up.
had one in Cleveland coming up, but I didn't know about the Pittsburgh one. So if you're listening and you know how we could be involved in that, we love pickles. So.
Oh, there you
So
go.
one of the things with Lauren's medical history is pickles help her blood pressure. So we have banana peppers and pickles, on hand. at all
good.
times. So
I definitely have to be in the mood for pickles. I don't know. Right now, pickles aren't sounding so great to me right now. I'm thinking more of the sweet end of things. I'm thinking like, oh, caramel or sea salt or something like that.
So
Those are two flavors that go great together, just so you know.
Yes.
They're not on our website yet, but
oh, we'll be looking for it. We'll look for it. So with all of this, like we talked about, that everything happened so quickly. What do you have coming up in the next few months? I know we talked about different events. How do you foresee this business venture going? Are you going to try to get into like big box stores, Walmart? Is that something you're considering or thinking about?
do you want to touch on that?
There's been discussion, but at this point, we want to do a lot of local support and just reaching out to different companies and different charities that are happening and trying to focus on where the need is locally.
Yep. Yeah,
That's-
we want to keep
Sounds
products
good.
local. We want to keep products clean, no preservatives, things like that. We don't want to go down that route. We want to keep it as healthy as we can. So that's one thing our customers have said. Was, it's not a bag of potato chips. It's a little healthier. So we're excited to share that part of it. So, yeah, I mean, moving forward, like who wouldn't want to be in Walmart, right?
Right.
But at that point, then what are we doing? So we want to make sure we can give back as much to the community as possible. And I think we can make a huge impact without going down that route in the near future. So.
That's good. A lot of people would tell you in the ecosystem of the entrepreneurs that we have here in Erie and the different people that help with each step of the way, they would tell you that sometimes proper scale is important. If it's what you're looking to do is just help locally, then you have the right product and you're doing what you're trying to do, and getting rich in different ways. And like I said, that's more important sometimes than that huge scale and losing your quality control and everything that comes with that. So.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's good to hear.
Having worked at Walmart, I would say, yeah, don't go down the Walmart road. I think it's great that you're staying local and doing what you're doing.
I mean,
so.
we're bagging checks mixed till 1 a.m., so I don't think we're going to Walmart.
Yeah, no.
Up until 1 a.m. and have full-time jobs.
Yeah, and that's
correct?
a regular occurrence. I mean, we just want to be able to make an impact. So, our give back is lose sleep. And on top of that, so
You're giving what you have, and that's time, and that's important. We see a lot of that out in the community here in Erie, and I've always noted that this entrepreneurial ecosystem that we have is very helpful to other people. It's I don't know if it happens in other cities like ours, but we do have events like Entrepreneur Week coming up. If you've thought about looking at different ideas and how that goes, feel free to stop by, register. I think it's a great opportunity to talk with people. The people who used to host the show on Entre Radio 814, Brian Slaywin and Jordan Fuller will be there. They are great people, and they've always taken what we term the no wrong door approach. So if you come to a table and it's not the right place, they have a tendency to walk you somewhere else and say, this is the person you should be talking with, and to get you a little further down the road. So we're going to be going to the news here. You're welcome to stick around for our next guest, or if you have to go, that's fine too. But we're going to be bringing Real Life Funny. If you haven't seen this, Real Life Funny, Dale Norman, he is born in Erie, and has hit big since he did a viral TikTok video saying, of course, I'm from Erie, and that viral trend. So we'll have that coming up after the news break. If you're interested in that. Let's see where I am here. You are listening to Community Chronicles Radio on 103.3 FM, 105.9 FM, and 1530 AM. And on the Community Council, or our Corey Higher Education Council Facebook page, or talkerie.com. We will see you after the news break. Welcome back to Community Chronicles Radio, brought to you weekly by the Corey Higher Education Council, promoting lifelong learning to empower individuals, produce a competitive workforce, and enhance the community's quality of life. This half hour, we have a special guest zooming in. He's not in Erie right now, but recently, we're talking about the viral sensations that are happening. Graham E's Kitchen, 5,000 followers in 3 months. There was another viral thing that happened here for Erie recently. Our guest this half hour, Dale Norman. You probably know him better on Facebook in the social world as Real Life Funny. I want to welcome Dale to the show. Welcome, Dale. Are we there? Did we lose him?
He doesn't look muted, so.
No, we have some technical things
I'm
going on.
sorry.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about tell us about the viral, of course I'm from Erie, viral video?
So I kind of just put some ideas together, and I seen something going on, so I was like, I seen a lot of people talking about it on Facebook, but I was like, you know what? I think I could put an idea together and put a video together, and hopefully something happens, and that's what happened. I just brainstormed some stuff that could bring some good light to Erie, and once we have like we did for the eclipse, like people coming in, they're watching my videos and they're like, oh, well, we know where to go, and if we haven't been there, now we know exactly where to go because he made a video with the locations and what to get from there. So it was a fun time.
Awesome. Can you talk a little bit about your growing up in Erie and how it influences what you do now?
Yes. So I grew up on West 19th Street by Larry's Meat Market. So I'm familiar with going down there and shopping, and he's always been like a family member to me and my family. So that kind of like that right there. A lot of those shops that I put on my video, I've been shopping there with my mother, grandmother, stuff like that. So I really wanted to kind of bring some good attention to the local markets. Try to broaden their broaden the awareness of the local like shops. Instead of everybody going to like the Walmart and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was like my biggest influence. Just like going around and always shopping at these places, and they the places that I put on there, they treat you like family.
Yeah, I like that. We have a lot of gems here in Erie, like little shops that are around, and I like that you highlighted some of those.
Yes. We have some great gems in Erie.
Now, you studied to become a mechanical engineer. Can you tell us about the progress from this to comedy?
Yes. So, well, my teachers used to always tell me that, they're like, dude, like you're so funny, and once you get on a roll, everyone listens to you. So we kind of need you to kind of tone it down a little bit, but we see that you're a great leader. And they always told me that once I graduated from college, like they're like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I can see big things happening with you. And then I kind of got into a movie role in Atlanta. I went to Tuskegee University, so I was in Alabama. So it's a HBCU, it's a historically black college university. So like I used to commute to Atlanta all the time to train for football and stuff like that. I play football for them as well. And I actually got into a movie role, and then that's when I started looking at myself, I probably need to shine some more light on myself. And that's when I kind of got into comedy. My friend had his name was Delani Wood. He had a show in Birmingham. Oh, that's why the movie, I couldn't continue the movie because COVID.
Oh,
I almost forgot. So everything shut down at the time. So
wow.
I was unable to continue the movie role, and then I was like, I need to kind of get my face out here, even though that COVID's going on. What's the next best thing? And I just started putting skits out and doing comedy. doing stand up everywhere. So now I've been getting booked and stuff.
That's
So
that's awesome. Where are you heading soon?
right now I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. I just did a show in Atlanta and in Charlotte.
Wow.
Yes.
How difficult is it to get up there and do your comedy? Is it more improv or you have some stuff written?
So it's a little bit of both. So comedy is really hard because you have to read the crowd. No crowd is going to be the same.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a culture thing. So it's more. What I've learned is being aware of everything. So whatever's going on in everyone's world. So like I might do an all black crowd. So I have material for them. I'll do an all white crowd. So like in Atlanta it was just all black people. But I did a show in Denver and it was all white people. So it's like I really have to gauge to who my audience is.
Yeah.
So I'll do improv and then I have some sets for everyone.
That's good. So I'm going to hit you with something here on the show. I don't know if you've listened to this show, but if you haven't, at the end of the show, we borrowed it from the hosts that were here previous to this show. We have a dad joke of the day. Those groaners, the ones that kind of yeah, they're terrible. My kids hate me for it, but since we have a professional comedian on with us today, I feel like I need to step aside from telling that joke. So I just wanted to give you some time to come up with something at the end of the show, and we'll look forward to that dad joke. Are you able to do that with the improv background?
All right. Well, yeah. We'll let me. I'm gonna
You put him on the spot here. Now he's got to think of the dad joke.
Turning a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, the last two that I've told, my fiance has said, just don't ever do those again. Don't find something better. There's got to be a better dad joke out there. A professional comedian's got to do better than I have the last 2 weeks. So we'll look forward to that.
I'm not a professional yet. I'm just now getting my feet wet.
Oh, yeah, but we talked about it.
You're more professional than us, right?
We talked about it with our guests.
Everybody's like, "No, dude, you're up there now. You're making your way." I'm like,
yeah, well, that's the thing. If you've chosen to take that step, and I get nervous doing this show, and you don't seem nervous or anything. But if you've taken that step in your life where it's like, you know what, I'm going to do this thing, and no matter what, even if I'm a little nervous or there's that voice in the back of my head, if you've done that, then you are on the professional circuit, and that's how I consider it, Dale.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's just taking a leap of faith. I feel like we all have that voice in the back of our head telling us what to do, what not to do, being scared. But you know what? Sometimes you have to just take a chance, and chances make champions.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Just got to follow your heart and do what you enjoy doing, and then you end up having a career out of it. And is that kind of how you started doing the skits and whatnot on the internet? And did that that got you out there? So now that's is that how you got all the bookings of in all these different places? Is that kind of how it progressed, or?
So a little bit of both. People start looking at your social media, and then for me, since I am starting off, I actually travel, so I get to go to these places and I'll perform first because I am just getting my name out there. So I'll perform, I'll do an open mic, and then if there's someone in the crowd that's booking for shows, they'll come up to me and be like, "Hey, let me get your information," and then we'll exchange information and go from there. And then, I'll send them some more film on me, my stand up, and then I'll get booked. Either they like me or they don't. That's how it rolls. But everything's been happening.
Has everything been good so far? You get good responses to comedy? They're not I'd be afraid I'd get up there and they'd be throwing stuff at me get off the stage.
Yeah, my last show in Atlanta, they weren't a pleasing crowd. They booed two people,
Oh,
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I was just happy I didn't get booed.
oh, that's a
And
good.
then it's like when you hear these people, they're coming from like Chicago, Birmingham, Alabama. They're coming from these bigger cities, and you're like, oh man, I gotta go against all these guys. And then like I said, like most of the time, I'm like a year and a half in, 2 years. So most like the people that were on the show with me in Atlanta, they were all like 8 years in, so they're like real veterans. So
Yeah.
it actually put everything in perspective doing that show.
So, like you said, do you have kind of like a, I don't know, do you do it all improv, or do you have like a certain, like you said, you have to kind of go with the crowds, or do you have kind of like I don't know
So
what you call it. Yeah.
yes, I do a little bit of both. So I'll
Okay.
do improv. So like if I see something funny in the crowd, for instance, I'll talk about that. Or if someone's giving me a little bit of yip yap, will me and them have some type of conversation. So that'll be considered improv. I'll
Yeah.
just punch it up and make it a little funny, be a little animated, and then like I said, I do have jokes. So once I started noticing and being around other comedians, they do have set jokes that they do use for crowds. So
Mhm.
For shows, I mean. So yes, I do a little bit of both. That way, I I'm staying on my toes with the improv, and then I'm still sharpening my iron with my jokes. That way, I can keep perfecting them.
Awesome. So you don't get any, like, if you have hecklers in the crowd, then you can kind of feed off them, and sometimes that makes it more funny too. So I don't know.
Yep, exactly. So some people want to feel like they're on stage a little bit. So
Yeah.
why not? I'll give you a little attention, but I can't give you a lot. That's what I've
Yeah.
been learning. That's what I've been learning with the
Yeah.
comedy. Don't get too focused on one person in the crowd, because you are giving a show for everyone. So
Yeah.
yep.
Absolutely. All right. I have this next question for you. You made it into Erie to check out the eclipse. How was that trip?
That was amazing. Actually, it was a sight to see. It was man. I don't. I'm like speechless. I'm like I'm glad I got to see it.
Absolutely.
It was a great time. We're at the Erie Sea Wolf Stadium. Shout out to the Erie Sea Wolves.
Yeah.
Eastern League
So
champions,
they,
Yes,
Seawolves.
yes,
so
the
they,
Eastern League champion Sea Wolves. Yes, yes, yes.
so they actually had people. Did you sit at the stadium then? They had it right there,
So
or?
yes, so they opened up the stadium to the public. So
Oh, okay.
I actually did part three there with Brenton Davis, uh, the county executive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was there, and a few other people were there, and I did a video. It was some people from Pittsburgh that came down, and they were like, "Dude, we've seen your videos. We love them." And I
Yeah.
was like, this is the perfect time to actually like do. Of course, I'm from Erie video part three, and I did it with that crowd, and we were all just like laughing and joking around. It was a great time. Yep. I think the
No, it's
Erie
good.
Seagull is actually going to have a event or a day that I go there and do something for them.
Oh,
So
is that
that
right?
that that was that's a great opportunity for me. Yes.
Is that coming up this year then, or?
So they're putting it all together.
Okay.
So I believe I want to say they stated August, but I I don't want to just say
Okay.
anything.
It's not set in stone yet, right?
Yeah.
It's not set in stone. No.
I'll be looking for it. If we're around, we travel a little bit in the summer with my daughter, but if you're, I'll look for it. I'll be excited
Okay.
to see that. That'll be great.
Okay.
So,
Definitely.
so what? Like, obviously, social media has kind of changed the entertainment game a little bit. You used to, there were so many, difficulties getting into entertainment in the past. Music artists see it. There's all kinds of different ways. Where can we find you in the social media? I'm old, so I'm like Facebook. My kids make fun of me because I'm a Facebook guy. But where else can we see you?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So I'm on all the
You're
platforms.
getting them all. That's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just did a mailman skit and I'm just getting my YouTube together. And that one kind of I think it did like 4,000 views 2 days ago. So I was kind
I
of
think I
excited
saw
about
that one.
that. Yeah, I think
Was that
I'm
the
like,
one
you
where
know
they
what?
were reading your mail? Was that the
Yeah,
one?
it was reading my
Yeah,
mail.
I saw that. Yeah.
What are
I
you
was
doing?
watching that and I was like, oh my gosh. So
Yeah, you get those envelopes that are like ripped open. How does that
Yeah,
happen?
he's like, let me check this out. I'm like, hey, you can't be doing that.
so do you like you just hire someone to do that, or not hire someone, but do they volunteer, or do you like
So yes, right now I'm on the road, so it's like kind of um my ideas are just coming with what I see.
mhm.
Or I'll put something together with what I see with my imagination, and like that guy, uh, like I just met him. I was just asking him if he wanted to be in the video, and he was like, "Yes." I just did a Plato's Closet video, and
Oh,
I think it did like 20,000
Wow.
in one day. Actually, that was probably like the next best thing that I did. After the Erie, of course, I'm from Erie videos, but I have other viral videos too. Different videos go viral on different platforms.
okay.
So, but of course, I'm from Erie, went viral on all the platforms basically, except for YouTube. I think that was like the only one that didn't go viral on.
Hmm.
So I think it's like one of the most viewed videos about Erie and like the local
Wow.
markets
That's
and stuff like that, and things to do in Erie.
awesome.
So I'm
Now
probably
you were
gonna do another
yeah.
one.
Oh,
I might do
definitely, yeah.
yeah, I'll probably do one more or two more. I just want to give it a little time so people get a little like, is he going to drop it or what's going on with this guy?
So I clicked on YouTube just to see what you had on there, and I don't know what I did because I hardly ever go on YouTube. But they terminated my account for violating violating terms of service. I'm like,
Oh, no.
okay. I never click on YouTube. Not I
I
don't
think
know.
mine said the same thing the other day. I
May-
went to go on YouTube and it said the same thing, so I don't know
Maybe
what
they
we're
have
doing.
something going on that's not related to us. I try not to
Yeah.
be controversial in my social world. I learned a hard lesson about that years ago, so I'm a little less controversial. I don't know why they got rid of my account. That's interesting. I'll have to find it later, Dale.
That is interesting. Why would they do that?
I no idea. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. Have you run into any issues with Facebook or community standards? Any of the socials kind of arbitrarily deciding that something you said was not appropriate?
Actually, I did just the other day. I did a food skit, and I don't know what I said. I don't know what happened or what it didn't like, and it was just like no, because most of my skits I try to keep it kid friendly, so I don't do too much cuss and stuff like that. Like I want everybody to tune in from all ages. So normally that doesn't happen to me.
A lot of times it's very arbitrary. I find I have friends of mine and even on my own where you'll post something and they say, "Oh, that goes against the community standards," and you're like, "It was talking about I don't know pickles or something." It's like
Right.
I don't understand why you were upset about that, but apparently it got found in the algorithm and got kicked out. So. So I guess, we're coming up on the end of the show. We talked a little bit about where you're headed and what you're doing next. We know that you're coming up to Erie soon for an event that you'll kind of be headlining. But where else are you headed? What else are you doing in the next few months or weeks ahead?
So let me see. I think it's July 19th. 1 second. June. Is it July 19th? There's gonna be a concert July 19th. That I might be. Here it goes. Sorry about that.
That's
Just want
all
to get the
right.
date right.
Well, while you look for that,
Perfect. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
all right.
Yeah. So Friday, July 19th, there's going to be like a concert. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Sexy Red and Young Jeezy, but there's going to be like a rap concert. Potentially, I might host it, co-host it with someone else. It's brought to you by Top Promotions out of Erie, Pennsylvania. It'll be at the Erie Insurance July 19th, I believe from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. And like I said, I might be hosting that. That'll be a big deal for sure. If I get that gig.
Are tickets available?
That's before the concert?
Yes, tickets are available right now. I believe you can go to Bright Events or I know the guy name on Facebook is Jaganin. If you guys go on his Facebook, you can actually buy the tickets. He'll have like the link on his like story and on his Facebook page.
I'm taking a look here. You said your events. Let's see here.
Yes.
There it is, right there.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, all we have right now is event
Young
info.
Jeezy. It's gonna be a nice turnout. Everyone come. Everyone that's listening to this radio.
Starting at 6 p.m. that evening. But right
What's
now,
the date again?
July
I'm
19th.
sorry.
July 19th. Okay.
Yes, that's
Friday.
going to be the next biggest event Erie has ever seen.
We'll look
I'm
forward
excited.
to it. Friday, July 19th at the Erie Insurance Arena at 6 p.m. Right now, erieevents.com has that only listed as event info, so we'll look for and promote on our page when those tickets go on sale to kind of help out and get a lot of people there. That's exciting.
Absolutely. Because this is like one of the biggest concerts Erie has ever had. So we want to try to keep people coming to Erie so we can keep building it up. So we're coming together as one, and we're pushing peace. This is like an event where we want everyone to come out and have fun. So of all ages. I know there's probably an age limit on there. It's probably adults only, but.
Yeah, and I like what you're doing. The best part about everything, we talked about it with our guests. I don't know if you're listening. You're doing all of these things for the right reasons, and that is why the viral sensation and the things that are happening for you are happening, because you care about Erie, the hometown, and the people trying to get by and make it here. And we are, I see on your Facebook, and again, that's where I am a lot. You're, like you said, you're not trying to hurt anybody else. You want everybody to succeed. And I think that's why such great things are happening for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we'll do what we can here on our end to help out with that as we go along. So, hey, Steph. So we're coming to the end of the show. We talked a little bit about Entrepreneur Week at the top of the show. Give us a reminder of what that looks like and what we're doing for that.
Absolutely. We got Rural Entrepreneur Week coming up on May the 20th. It'll be networking kickoff on Monday, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. with your daily serving and Before the Barrel. That will be held at Before the Barrel. And you'll get 2 drink tickets, and there'll be a cash bar and catering by your daily serving. On Tuesday, we have A Motivational Way to Start Your Own Business by Greg Russian and Twisted Sisters. That'll be at the High Ed. On Wednesday, we have Making Mistakes and Learning from Them. That'll be with RJ Messenger and Lunch That Day, Boss's Lunchbox. On Thursday, the 23rd, we have Food for Thought, 12 to 1 at the High Ed. That'll be Betsy Grinder. She'll be talking and also serving the food that day. And to wrap it up on Friday, we have The Road to Success. That'll be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that'll be held at the relevant church. And that day, you'll be meeting and talking to members of the entrepreneurial ecosystem that day, and the lunch will be served by Sanders that day. And once again, all these events are free. Make sure you register for them today.
And our intent there is to, like our guests, get you bigger and doing better things and helping our community. So we'll look forward to those events and see how that goes. I'm excited about it. It's our first time doing this. I've had to ignore the little voice in my head that said, well, maybe people won't come. But we're putting on that event, and hopefully they will, and we can do our part to help people get over and improve their businesses or talk them into starting the business or the thought or idea that they have. So we're looking forward to that. All right, Dale, you're on the clock here for your dad joke. Are you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead. Hit us with it.
All right. So this is off the top. My dad. You guys got me on the spot, so my dad joke is gonna be off the top.
All right.
So I asked my father for $100. He gonna look at me and say, "Well, I got 50." I'm like, "What am I gonna do with 50? Dad, give me the $100." He gonna say, "That's how Kobe died, by going 100%." I said, "Dad, that is not cool. That's my dad joke." I'm like, yo, you can't go. You can't do that.
Oh, I put you on the spot. Well,
Yeah.
you know, it is at least as good as the last two that I've done.
Yeah, that was the only thing I could think of that was just kind of like comical, maybe a little serious that everybody can kind of like, oh man, not Kobe.
Yeah. Some things. Did you? Speaking of that, did you watch the Netflix roast of Tom Brady? Have you seen that yet?
Oh gosh, I heard about that.
I've only seen clips. I haven't seen the full thing, no. But I seen that it was starting off crazy, so I was like, I have to tune in.
Comedy is back, but I want to
rated R.
I want to thank you.
It's definitely in full effect.
Yeah. Well, we got to wrap up the show here. I want to thank you, Dale. Real Life Funny on the socials. Look for him. Over 10,000 followers. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. Let's go talk Erie.
Thanks, Dale.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next week, our guest is Chris Sirianni from the Brew Erie at Union Station. I will be on vacation, so zooming in, but we'll still have the show. We hope to see you next week right here on Community Chronicles Radio. All right.